Well, it's Pastor Doug, and I want to encourage you to get into God's Word this week. We've got a devotion set up for you. You can read it, you can get into God's Word, and it'll prepare you for joining us on Sunday morning when we gather together. We're going through this Christmas series on God so loved the world. And we're looking at some verses that are not your typical Christmassy kinds of verses, especially this week. We're going to be looking at that text where John basically says the purpose for his writing of the gospel. And when he does that, he's also, he's looking at the fact that there are so many skeptics, so many people who don't believe, and how really even Thomas was that way. He didn't see it, he didn't believe it, he wasn't going to believe it unless he could see it with his own eyes, and he did, and he became a believer. But Jesus said, blessed are those who believe without seeing, because he knew there would be a whole generation after generation of people who would come to know the truth on the story of the testimony of eyewitnesses. And even though Thomas rejected the witness of eyewitnesses, he came to understand that this is how it's going to have to be. And so as we hear the story of Christmas, we need to understand it's based on those eyewitnesses, and it comes to us, and we either have the opportunity to believe it or to reject it like Thomas did. And if you do choose to reject it, just like Thomas, you'll find out later that it really was true. God bless you, and I'll see you on Sunday.